Hi guys, I am Abdul Javid, a data science intern from Innovatic Research Lab and machine learning project intern from iNeuron. Today I am going to discuss about the machine learning project, and the project name is Scania truck failure, or also known as sensor fault detection. The domain is transportation and the project difficulty level is intermediate. The problem statement of the project is APS. The air pressure system is a critical component of heavy duty vehicle like trucks that use to air to force a piston to provide pressure to the brake pad, slowing the vehicle down. The benefit of using APS instead of hydraulic or old brake system are easy to available and long-term sustainability of natural air. This is a binary project classification project, or also known as a logistic regression project, in which the affirmative class indicated that the failure was caused by a certain component of the APS air pressure system, while the negative class indicate that the failure was caused by something else approach. Like classification project tasks, like first we're doing data exploration, data cleaning, feature engineering, model building, model testing, as well as we also deploying model through fast API as the backend. The result of the project is you have to build a solution that able to predict whether the failure of a sensor fault component is related to the APS air pressure system or something else. The data we have, there is the data we have is this data is a streaming data. We get the data from Kafka and dump into a MongoDB, and we use modular coding to solve this problem. Now we have a streaming data. This is the API streaming data. We fetch this data with the help of Apache Confluent Kafka. It's a streaming service. We used Apache Kafka Confluent to fetch the streaming data or live data. Now we have a data. It's time to dump this data on MongoDB so we can perform some EDA and building some machine learning models. We use Python modular coding to dump our data on MongoDB. Once we dump our data on MongoDB, we go for the next step. Before I go for the next step, I will explain the code. What is happening behind this code? What is the logic of this code? We write the logic. We write the code to dump our data on MongoDB. Here is the code. If I try to explain the entire step, every single code, it will take the entire day. So I did not explain you every single thing. I will just give you the overview of the code, what is happening behind the code, what is the logic of this code. Once we dump the data on MongoDB, we move to the next step. We created a folder name, project folder name. Our folder name is sensor. Project name is sensor, and under the sensor project folder, we also created another folder called components. In components, we created a file called data ingestion.py file. In data ingestion.py file, the main agenda, a main purpose of the data ingestion.py file is to pulling our data from MongoDB. Once we pulling our data from MongoDB, we have to split the data into two parts, train and test. Once we split our data into train and test, then we move forward to the next step. The next step is data validation. Data validation is the main purpose and agenda of the data validation is to check the data types and find the unwanted data or cleaning the data. We check the data type. What is the data types? It's an integer or numericals or floating data points or a categorical data points. Once we check all these things, we have to also replacing the nan value, nan value to na. Then we also do some data cleaning. In this step, we write entire logic for data cleaning, data types, checking data types, and finding unwanted data, replacing the nan value. Once this step is done, in data validations, in once the steps in done on data validation, we move forward to the data transformation, and the data transformation is very important. In data transformation, we do very important task. We fill the missing value. In the mean, we impute the missing values, also handling the outliers with the help of capping or trimming the outlier. Then we convert the categorical column into numerical column. Once we convert the category column into a numerical column, because machine did not understand the categorical value, it only understand the number, so we convert the categorical into a numerical column with the help of Python pandas get dummy function or one hot encoding or label encoder. Once we done this, we also do the label, oh sorry, handle imbalance data. Once we handle imbalance data, then we move forward to the next step is model training. There is that model training. In model training, we have to define the model, as well as we have to train the model, as well as we have to save the model. This is a classification project, so we use classification models. We use classification models like logistic regression models. Once we do a classification model, we have to save the accuracy of the model, like we have accuracy of 65% of the different model, 65 75% on another algorithm, and 80% other algorithm. Likewise, we have to save all this accuracy. After saving this accuracy, we have to set the threshold. A threshold. Once we set the threshold, we set the threshold like we have is more than 70% of the accuracy, then accept it. Before the or less than the 70% of the accuracy of the model, reject it. We also check the overfitting. Is your data is overfitting or data is underfitting? After all this task is come under the model trainer. Once we done all this task, we go for the next steps. So once we're done with model training, we shifted to the next step, model evaluation. We evaluate the model, which accuracy is best or which accuracy is not. We use this code to evaluate the model, as well as once we evaluate the model, we also push our model to production. We use this code to push our model. Or one thing I forgot to say you, after doing first steps, like first we're doing data ingestion, data validation, then data transformation, the model training, model evaluation, model pusher. Bef- Before doing data ingestion, we also doing configurability. In configurability, we take a input of our data, what is our input, and then we use this input to do the model ingestion. What is the after doing model injection, what is the output of this model? After doing, what is the outcome comes? This outcome we save in the model artifact entity like that. Like I am saying, we have a train file, then test file, split into data into train and test. Then in model evaluation, we check the validation. In model transformation, we transform the data, like model metrics classification. We check the metrics, F1 score, precision recall. Then model training, we train the model and also evaluate the model. And evaluate the model. Once our model evaluation is done, like we have a threshold, 70% of the threshold. If our model accuracy is less than 70%, reject it. We have a model accuracy of less than 80% or more than 80%, or a model is better than the current accuracy, then we push this model to next. We use this model on production. We push this model. Once this step is done, we created a fast API server for here is it. We created a fast API server to check our output. Wait, I will show you. Python main.py file. It's take time to loading because we connected to MongoDB Atlas cloud service. Now it's connecting. Here is it. It's green means successfully connected. We have to check it out. Our fast API server, local host 8080 hash docs. Here is the fast API server. First we authenticate the model. Then we train our model. Then we predict our model with the help of fast API. And I also want to mention you, I skipped too many important things, because I don't want to be the complicated of this mini video. That's why I'm not explaining everything, or also escaping some important concepts like training pipeline, batch prediction, predictor file. So you check it out in the code, link will available in the description. Then we created HLD documents, LLD documents of the project, architecture of the project, what is the architecture of the project, what we are doing, like everything is available. Then wireframe of the project, like website of our project fast API, then detailed report of the project DPR. Here is that. First we start, then data ingestion, data validation, data transformation, then data pre-processing, model building, model validation, then convert into app, like that, and then predict it. All this document available in the description. Check it out. See you guys. Bye.